Alright, so like I said, I put a Oregon bar on here. The Range Road bar is just trash. Knew that kind of from the get-go. Everybody I had watched that does any sort of production with this machine doesn't run that bar too long, it doesn't seem. So, and it's just floppy. It's extremely floppy. Luckily, the muffler bolts, I think they're 5mm for my saws. I generally I'll have this little Milwaukee give things a quick tighten if I'm changing out mufflers and whatnot. We got a little bit further, but I already had it in my saw box of stuff to have out in the woods. So luckily, my adjuster's a 5mm, so that works good. And this is the chain we used for 4 or 5 hours the other day. That was pretty ragged when we started, but it actually kept going all day long. This is the I went down and bought myself a new stone for my Oregon chain grinder. So I'm just giving that a shot for the first time here. So this is 325 pitch chain, 20-inch bar, and I think there's 81 drivers. And I did get myself pretty stinking good on it the other day sharpening, so I'm pretty much done with hand sharpening with it, at least while it's on it. Loose still. That's nice. This is the ratchet scrunch.com. This I got this from West Coast Saws. Absolutely love it. Huge helper on the Husqvarna saws with a full wrap. So with a normal scrunch, I have a hard time getting it around the bar nuts sometimes. So there, easy as that. And I did break a stud already once. I've got a couple studs coming and another conveyor. Let me put this, gotta find a little chain holder. So I did go out and buy a log right hookaroon. I did. First one I ever bought was the not Fiskars, Foster's. And first time I actually went into a piece of wood, it broke the handle. But I've been running it like that for couple months now and it hasn't really gotten any worse, but it's pretty well junked. But gonna try this, made of aluminum, made in America. Gonna give it a shot. I think it was 70 bucks or so off eBay. A little bit shorter handle, but we'll see what she can do. So I'm gonna give this guy another start up here, right? Yeah, this stuff out of here. Okay. Yeah, quick lowdown. The filter does have a winter mode, summer mode. I haven't messed with that too much because I've seen a lot of people, they've had their hour meters get screwed up. So as long as she's running, I'm happy with it. I do have the safety. All the safeties are still on it. Probably will stay, to be honest with you. They don't mess with me too much. So usually I open this guy up, which is going to stop the splitter ram or the bar from moving. Gonna shut off the conveyor because this thing is a bit of a pig to start when it says cold out. We're at 18 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. Choke, got the kill switch off here. Okay, do a in-between, or I haven't been able to get an in-between working. And then lowering this. We'll turn the saw on, so we'll get on the other side to do that. Back up, that activates the ram, the 6-way split on here. Put her down in her sweet spot, about the third hole's about what I've been running. I do have some catch cans. Here for the levers, we've got, this will be the table, forward, reverse, or I'm sorry, this will be for the wide deck, and then for the table, hip frozen. a little peeksy poo at the waist here. I do have some nasty ones here on the ground. That's about 18-20 inches from here to here, so it won't even fit inside this small chamber. That's the problem. The thing will do over what it's rated for. It doesn't like it. The splitter has no problem. The saw doesn't like it, more or less. Another ugly piece, another ugly piece. As you can see, I mean, if I was to learn how to do these chip blocks, whatever you want to call it, my dust is getting pretty fine too. I'm going to change up my blade again, which isn't hugely common, but I'm not gonna overdo the machine like I did last Monday, because I was down on chains when I've got them here available. So I'll switch that out real quick. But you can see I'm going to look into fire starter and whatnot, get a load of cedar or something like that, and take the chips and try to manufacture a fire starter or something like that. That's our small kindling, probably from maybe half a day Monday and today so far. And we'll just take a quick gander at what we've produced so far. I want to get you guys a shot of what's coming off the conveyor on a time lapse or something like that. But like I said, just trying to cover all the bases for you guys that have been waiting to actually see it run. So that's not even 20 minutes of running. We start, I don't have my watch on today, but I've got, so far I've got well, 25 minutes of content, so maybe it's less than that. But like, this was fresh slab. I came in and just scooped it up, and I wanted to see what the thing could produce once I actually had the 16s on there. I did 4/8 when we started, and that was 4 16-footers. And I mean, I don't know if it'll actually show, it's about 6 foot tall or so, which I know is hard to really scale much with a fisheye. But yeah, another good batch, and we'll be up to the conveyor. The conveyor is giving me issues again too. I'll just note this. I do have a conveyor coming, another conveyor belt, because I burnt this one pretty good. But she's favoring this side over here again. You can see, trying to see the damage that I've already done to it here. But you can see up at the top, it is really crowded this side, and I can't get it. When I get it to go over on this side, it goes on the bottom, it comes out too far. So I'm not sure, maybe if the ground loosening back up, if things kind of settled, the processor itself looks like it's listing to this side pretty good now. It had a little bit of lean before, but the conveyor kind of gave me problems right from the get-go this morning, so that slowed me down a little bit. But you know, for it being a not a commercial machine or anything like that, not even half the cost of a commercial machine, the thing produces wood, and good wood. You know, I mean, the amount of time it would have took me to get this with the old 1970s log splitter that I got at the house, and then down at the other property, probably would have been 3 hours, because I'm guessing, just from looking at this, there is well over, we're nearly into the 2-phase cord territory with that little run there, as weird as that may sound. But that's a chunk of wood. I mean, there's my bucket, and I'm gonna say that's the better part of 6 foot tall. So we'll we'll get you guys in a little spot here. We'll do a time lapse and we'll see what comes off the conveyor after another 4 or 8 pieces. Alright guys, so I am at about 40 minutes of content on 3 batteries. That's all I brought. I've got some charging, but I've been putting them in my pocket, and I might have to get a Ziploc bag or something for them. They are collecting the metal from my pockets pretty bad, so hopefully I don't have a little fire next time I plug it in. But there was the time lapse, like I said. I'm gonna say maybe a cord. I don't know. It's so hard. Pile's just about 7.5 now. Say the back wall about here's, I don't know, I hate to say 9 feet, 8 foot, something like that. I think I put my, well, I can tell you right here, about 6 foot with my boots on, right? I'm guessing probably 9 foot, 10 foot or so, and we're at the maybe 7-8 foot mark there. Pretty wide deal, and you guys just see what was that, 8 16-foot logs? Yeah, 8 16-foot logs. I've got to do a clean out. I did swap out a chain in the process. And it's just such dirty wood. I don't know if that'll actually come across. It's not horrible, but it's white. That's actually probably most of the reason why I bought this thing was for the yeah, this one's still all right. So I'll keep going until I burn this one down. Then I've got to go home and sharpen three or 4 chains. Then I'll come out here with a fresh deal. But I'll show you guys what this thing is actually cutting through, which is horrible, but at the same time it's kind of what I was given for time with the rain and all that. But you guys can see it's in every single one of these pieces here, and this thing is just, it's still sharp right now, you know. That's the amazing part of this. Now, had I used the 500i or 372, 371, you know, that's a layer of mud. It's sad. Realistically, that's a nicest clean piece I've seen, you know. But I mean, even it's just the reality of skidding in the fall, the summer after a rain, and basically why you don't do any skidding in the spring. But all of them have it, and that's why I'm so impressed with the machine. As stupid as that sounds, but the amount of money that this thing has already saved me in dicing this all to 16 inches. And we'll do, I actually was a little bit lazy this morning, and generally what I'll do is I'll measure. Just take this guy. Not gonna do it now? Oh, okay, well, we'll go measure a piece. Give you guys a dizzy cam here. Generally, I'll measure from the backer plate to the bar, and so far it's not moved on me, and that's where we're at right now. About 15.5, 15.75. And some of the pieces I'm sure are just a little bit, yeah, that would be the end piece that I didn't want to nip off the inch just to kill the bar. So we do have probably 17.5 will be the biggest chunks. Here's a big one too, it looks like. Yeah, there's about 17.25. So generally when you get to the end piece, you have to cut off a cookie or two, but these are the ends that I've had to cut off, right? But it does have a little measure deal here for you. So when you get relatively within this area, usually I'll do about, you know, I'm not going to take off an inch and kill a chain on that inch. So that's about what I generally use for a collar.